Hi everyone, it's Vicky here, and today I'll be using this flower from the Alleyway stamp set, which is called Flower Doodles. So I've picked up some patterned papers and I'll go ahead and stamp the flower several times. I'm trying to create a dimensional flower, and to do so I'm going to paper piece it, and that means I'm using black ink and I'm stamping it to 3 different patterned papers. Then I'll go ahead and cut it out and create my layers. I'm also using this small leaf stamp, and I'm stamping it on green patterned paper, and now I'll go ahead and cut out my flowers. There is a small doodle around the flower which I'm not going to bother to cut it out. In order to have this detail on my card, I'll go ahead and stamp the flower on my card front, but you'll see that later on. So I go on cutting out my flowers and creating my layers there. Now that everything is cut out, I'm using again VersaFine ink and I'm stamping my flower on top of my card front. This is a standard card that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 and it's top folding. Now when I cut out the 3 layers, I didn't quite like how this flower looks. I think that using a red bottom layer is more striking, so I leave that aside and I'll go ahead and stick the red flower on top of my card front. I have used a tape runner at the back and I'm sticking the flower flat on top of my card base. Now, as you can see, I have that little detail around the flower, the doodling detail. And I'll go ahead and use a fine tip marker and fill in some gaps that I didn't stamp quite well. Then I'll use foam squares at the back of the rest of the layers and stick them on top, creating some dimension. Now that my flower is ready, I can go ahead and stamp the sentiment. I'm using this sentiment from the Speakeasy stamp set by the Alleyway Stamps, and I'm stamping it at the bottom of my card and centered. And now I'm going to use the leaves that I cut out to kind of frame the sentiment. I'm using just a bit of tape runner at the back of the leaf, and also I'm curving the leaves before I stick them down. By using my white gel pen, I'm adding some details on the flower that really makes it pop, and I'll also go ahead and use a gem at the center of the flower. This is actually a white pearl. So my card is almost finished. All that's left to do is add the stem. I've cut out a strip of green paper from the same patterned paper as the leaves, and I'm going to stick it on top of the card, above and below the center. And as always, I'm going to finish off my card by using my clear Wink of Stella glitter pen. And that's the card for today. I hope you had fun and got inspired. Thank you all for watching.